Hello, football family. Welcome back. Today, we are doing a full update and summary of the African Cup of Nations currently happening in Morocco. We have guests on show that we're going to analyze the match, the quarterfinal game, Algeria 0, Nigeria 2. It was a wonderful team for the Super Eagles to proceed to the semi-final. So I have Skipo on the studio, a diehard Manchester United fan. He's going to give us a rundown, give us an analysis on what he think about the Super Eagles and areas they would like to improve. And also, we have Assad in the studio. He also tell us what he thinks that Super Eagles needs to do to qualify to the final. And we're going to talk about the chances that we missed in the game because that game's supposed to be at least 6-0. Let me start with Skipo. So, Skipo, what do you think about the first half? Because Nigeria missed a lot of chances.
Yes, thank you for having me. So the first half was great. Unfortunately, Nigeria missed some chances, especially that was a chance missed by Ako Adams. I was expecting an open goal. That's an open goal. Fortunately, he missed it. But overall, that was a wonderful performance. So I think I'll give it to Morocco as well. The stadium is awesome. The infrastructure is fantastic, very good. To play football because most of our players they are based in Europe, so they are familiar with that kind of stuff. So it was a great show for them. So I salute the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They've done so well. Although there are some places they need to improve. So we'll talk about that one, especially in the midfield. But overall, it was a great performance.
All right. So Assad, what's your thoughts on the first half, and what's your thought about the game?
I think it was a decent game altogether in the grand scheme of things because obviously after every game you have to do reviews, you have to sit down and see what did we do right, what are some of the things that we can do better. But in the grand scheme of things, that was a very, very decent game of football. I think Nigeria was very, very good in all departments. I feel like, I probably haven't seen any Nigerian team play that well with a lot of fluidity, a lot of connection among the players. If you look at the transition from back to the midfield up to, those slick passes that Iwobi was throwing, I was pleasantly surprised by that. Obviously, there was a lot of chances that they could have took, and this could have been an easily 6-7-0 win for them. At the end of the day, it was a win, right? It was a two goals win is a good win if you put into account the clean sheet. So in the grand scheme of things, as far as the game of football goes, this was a very, very, very good game of football. And at the end of the day, the best team won. Obviously they can work better on making sure that they're taking their chances because it's going to get a little bit harder now. We're going to the semifinal and the expectation is that you're facing a tougher and stiffer opposition. And at that level, you want to make sure that any chance you have, you're actually capitalizing on it. But like I said, in the grand scheme of things, this was a very, very, very decent game of football.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nigeria needs to capitalize on their chances in the semi-final. And it looks like that. It looks like every game, Nigeria step up, they improve. Every game, right from group stages, improve. And Nigeria has scored 14 goals now in this tournament, which is nice. What do you think about the second goal? Because Osimhen was not selfish. Kipo, what do you think?
Yeah, that was a wonderful performance in team game. Osimhen had an issue in the last game. He had an issue with Lookman. He was complaining about team play. I think Lookman did not pass ball to him. So unfortunately, he flared up. But today, he had a wonderful game, I tell you. That pass was awesome. The finishing was fantastic. I give kudos to the team. Like, I would like to anchor Assad. Over the years, I haven't seen a wonderful team play from the Super Eagles. Today, the fluidity, awesome. From defense to the attack, beautiful. I think Coach Eric Chell, he has done so well. Unlike the way we used to play before. I was impressed today. So today, I think Osai Samuel, I give kudos to him. He did very well. Those connections, those passes, very good game. Very good game. Yes.
Yeah. So Nigeria has won this tournament 3 times. They won it in 1980, 1994, and 2013. Do you guys believe, Assad, do you believe that Nigeria will win the trophy this time in Morocco?
Obviously, they are still in it. And going into the semifinal, one can boldly say they are currently one of the strongest teams. They've been very, very consistent. They've had mostly a very good moment. I don't think that there's been like any significantly poor moment throughout the competition that you can point to that has been like game defining. But I want to err on the side of caution. I don't want to say who's gonna win it or who's not. But obviously they're still in the competition. They are improving their game with every single passing of play. They're improving. They're learning from their mistakes. So you know, I wouldn't be surprised if after another very good game of football, they end up, winning against Morocco and going to the final. But I honestly don't want to predict at this point. I'm trying to manage my expectations. Um, one can hope. I think at this point we are allowed to hope.
Yes. The Super Eagles of Nigeria needs to win this tournament, needs to pay this trophy back to Nigeria because we didn't qualify for the World Cup. It was tragic because we lost to Congo, and this trophy should be a compensation to Nigeria that we didn't go to the World Cup, but we were able to bring the AFCON Cup of Nations. So, Skippo, do you believe Nigeria need to win it to compensate us?
Yes. Although it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah. Although I have my expectations. They've done so well. But a Morocco team playing in the semifinal, Morocco will be playing in front of their fans. And currently, I tell you, in Africa right now, as it stands, Morocco is one of the best teams in Africa. So, we are playing a very solid team compared to Algeria. But never say never. With the way they are playing, yeah, I think they can go all the way to the final. So going to the final, if they can bring the cup back home, that would be great. That would put smiles on football-loving Nigerian fans. I wish they could bring it back home. Yeah, because if you look at our history in the African Cup of Nations, we've always done very well. We've always been to the semi-final and final. Just that, unfortunately, we've lost so many finals and also, semi-finals. But hopefully, this time around, playing in Morocco, I want them to bring the cup back home. It's unfortunate we won't be playing in USA, Canada, Mexico in a few months. Hopefully, this one will be a consolation.
Assad, I've looked at the first half. The coach, Eric Chell, he gave Ademola Lookman instruction to be compact, not to go wide. Do you think that was right?
Well, I'm not a coach, obviously, but I feel like the team appeared to have played to the instruction of the coach, right? They appear to have played to his instruction, and every single thing that they've done in this game actually worked. From the way they behave, the way the rest of the team behaves when Nigeria has possession of the ball, to the way the entire team behaves and moves around and run off the ball. You understand? There's a lot of work that they are doing in terms of winning the second ball, third ball, and making sure that their passes, they're not just throwing passes, they are throwing meaningful passes that actually progresses the game. So everything the coach has done in this game, everything the team, everything is instructed his team to do that they have done the way the team plays, you will know that, they have a clear understanding of what the assignment was and they actually delivered. So I have absolutely no complaint in terms of the way they've played today.
Okay. The last AFCON in 2023, hosted by Africa, Nigeria got to the final and lost to. I hope it will not repeat itself, Skip. After all this energy, all these efforts at the end, because the winners take it all. So are you sure Nigeria, when they get to the final, they will not disappoint us the way they did against Ivory Coast?
Yeah, I think we have two different teams and two different coaching crew right now. If you look at 2023, we were coached by Coach Passero. Passero pattern of football is always defensive. Whenever they score one goal, they retreat and try to play defensive game. Coach Eric Chell is different. The way he approach the game is different. They want to attack or more goals. If you look at it, in recent time, Nigeria haven't scored about 4 goals in a game. If you look at it, only the last time against Benin in the qualifier, against Mozambique, we have 4 goals. So Coach Eric Chell is different. They want to attack. And the way they are winning balls, they are not losing the balls. So if Nigeria have the opportunity to go past Morocco, I think Nigeria might go all the way to win the cup. They are determined, the way they are playing. I think kudos to them. Kudos to the coaching crew. He has done so well. Nigeria, the way they are playing now, he has created. If you look at the midfield, like before, so now he has an Iwobi that is very mobile, that is free. He has a room to throw passes. He has Ndidi and Oyeka. So that is where I'm going. Although sometimes his substitution towards the end of the game, I don't know why he always tried to substitute Oyeka. Oyeka is the engine room in that midfield. But overall, he has done so well. I give it to him.
Okay. I think that will be all for today. Good analysis from Skipo Assad. Yeah, 0, Nigeria 2. We now proceed to the semi-final. This is football now. So we're going to invite you guys again because now we are proceeding to the semi-final. I hope we qualify to the final, and I also hope we bring the trophy back. I hope this will be the 4th AFCON trophy for Super Eagles. Thank you for joining us, Skipo. Thank you for joining us, Assad. See you next time.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Yeah.